Doesn't take any motivation, any drive in order to stay down there on a low level. But it calls on everything in you. You have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Jonny FiveAlive here, and as promised, this is a special follow-up video to my previous 1-month YouTube special video. So if you haven't seen that yet, please go check it out. The links will be down in the description below, and you can also check it out at the end of the video, as I will have a link to it. So this is the Xcom2 Join the War so you can become a legend video with me. So the idea behind this is I want you guys to join alongside me for the most prestigious XCOM achievement possible, the Iron Man Legendary Mode achievement. I will be starting this playthrough once I'm done figuring out, once I'm done figuring out the game on my current playthrough. So I still have a little bit to learn and some episodes to finish up and just kind of wrap it up, and and then we'll move on to that. Also, I have to fix my blue screen issues that I had. You might have seen that in the last video. If you haven't, please go check it out. Maybe you can help me out. I'd really appreciate it. And because I'm only gonna have one save file, if I blue screen and it somehow corrupts it, that's the end of the war. So we can't have that. So I have a few things to get figured out, but that's perfect because we can get this video out now. And if it's a week from now, 2 weeks from now, or whatever, when I start that game mode and that's YouTube series, then we will hopefully have built up a nice roster. And the current character pool that we build right now, so say you submit a character today, you will actually be in my current playthrough. I believe the character pool works like that. So let me show you guys how it works first of all. So there's this thing called the character pool down here, and as you can see, there's all these saved characters. So here's Team Spar. We'll just go through them really quick. Cody Spartacus Spar, and here's my character, Jonny FiveAlive, Channel 5 Gaming, and then we have Twitch Viewies. This is the nickname in the middle, Viewies. So it's Twitch chat, and I gave her the twitchy personality. I thought that was perfect. So what else we have? We have Emeralds. So you guys heard me give these guys shout outs in the last video. Now you get to see their characters. Some of them have been new and improved just a little bit. This is Billy the Kid, our MVP, Lipticos character. And then this is Shane's Games. Then we have Dabida. And we have, this is one of my custom characters. I'm a big fan of Mega Man, so this is like my real life interpretation of Zero. So he's the Z-Saber Zero. And then we got Big Brown Garrett. And then we got the Real Crazy Shepherd. So that's the current roster so far. Now the idea is I want you guys to add your characters to this roster. There are some locked features in the main game, and you unlock them as you go. They are all unlocked here, so you get full customization control here, which is actually pretty cool. There's 4 options at the bottom that are most notable. So the soldier class, I believe, is the characters that you start with. So they give you an initial list, a roster that basically you start with in the game, like 10 characters, and then the 4 that you start with at the very beginning. Now I believe that's the soldier list. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I'll correct myself later on if that's not the case. So I'm pretty sure that's what a soldier is. And then so if you want, I think you'll have to pick them as a rookie as well, because all soldiers start as rookies. So if you so happen to say, okay, I want Team Spar to be a sharpshooter, well, that means he won't appear as a soldier, and he also won't appear in your rookies list, because only rookies are available for those 2 things. However, when you get a mission that's like, hey, you can go save this sharpshooter, it's likely going to be Spar, 100%, unless you have 2 or 3 other sharpshooters that you've given that selection to. So if you go with any of these, that's how they're going to be divvied out. That's how it works. So obviously, if you want to play with your guys right away, put rookie and select soldier, and then you'll get them right off the bat. And then if you want to recruit them, I think you just uncheck soldier. Now there's an extra cool option here, whereas you can make them appear as a VIP. That means that they are going to be rescued. So say I could make a character, my mom. I could make my mother, and she will appear in a mission, and it's like, you have to go save your mother. And that's going to make the mission super, super critical. I got to make sure that nothing goes wrong and we get my mom out safely. Really cool. So the next option is can appear as a dark VIP. Now these are kind of like humans that have been corrupted by aliens and now they've gone rogue almost. So with these missions, you usually have to either assassinate, capture, or interrogate the VIP. So you get to take them back and basically beat them up or kill them. They're kind of like you could kind of make a rival, in a sense, a rival character that shows up in one of the missions. So that's pretty cool. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys, because as we're going to go through the character creation process, you can tell me down in the comments below whether or not you want to be a dark VIP, somebody that I have to go out and save, if you want to be, you know, in the game right away, or, you know, if you want to be like a special sharpshooter that I get from a mission and I have to go, should I take this mission or should I go save my mother? You know, that kind of thing. So lots of fun stuff there, and that's pretty much the rundown on how the character pool works. So once I've created this character pool, I can simply go start the game and all those characters will be there. I mean, I've already looked and all these characters are starting to appear up in my current game, and I can recruit them as rookies. So that's pretty cool. And that's how the character pool works, guys. Going to create characters for anybody who wants their own. So my requirements for you, so we're just going to create a new character here. The basic requirements: 1, you got to subscribe to me, so that there's an emotional connection there. I don't want to lose my subscriber. And hopefully if you die, because we're going to be playing on the hardest difficulty, you don't unsubscribe to me. I will do my best to keep you all alive. So character info. These are the basic things I need from you guys. I need to know what you want your character's first name to be, what you want your last name to be. Okay, and the way it usually shows up is it's going to usually show up their last name. Most characters are referred to as their last name. However, once you get your nickname, we'll just name this guy TNT. That's kind of like their in-game nickname. It hovers over them, and that'll show above their head usually. So when you're like switching between characters really quick, you'll see their nicknames usually. And then when it's like the end of a mission, it'll be like the Builder, and then, you know, in game it'll be like TNT. So the last name and the nickname are really crucial, and the first name isn't as important. If you kind of have something in mind, like say you just wanted your guy name to be, you know, Garrett, and you didn't want a first name, you just want it, we can just throw in a dot, and then you're like there, and then, you know, your nickname. So the most important thing is your name and your nickname. I need those two things from you guys, so I can plop those in here. And if you want, you can add a first name. So first, last, nickname, and, you know, you can be as creative as you want with that. Then optional stuff, obviously, if you don't give me your nationality, what country you're from, or what country you want to be from, then I'm just gonna pick, you know, Canada or United States or something for you, and maybe I'll switch it up, I don't know. So and then obviously your gender, male, female, if you really want to choose that. And then the last important thing that I need from you guys is you know, what you want here. So do you, if you have a preference, it's not that important, I'll just choose it for you. Otherwise, the naming thing is the most important, the name and the sex. So you know, if there's something that you really wanted to show up in the game as, like say you wanted to be a psi operative, then it's going to be a mission reward. There's less of a chance you'll get shown in the game, but when you appear, you're going to be that important mission reward. So that's pretty cool. So, you know, if you have like a special request, like you're like, hey, I don't want to be a part of this game, I don't want to be like a soldier or something, but I kind of want to make an appearance, then go ahead and just say I want to be a VIP or a dark VIP. So that's pretty cool. We can do either or both, and you know, maybe you just want it to be randomized, so we can put all of them. And if you just want to be like, I want to start off in the game with a chance to be in the party right from the get-go, we can pick you a rookie with a soldier, and you're going to get a random class when you level up. That's it. So basically, I just need your first name, your last name, and your nickname. And it doesn't actually have to be your real name. Like, for example, Liptico, he picked Billy the Kid. That's what he wanted. And then he didn't pick a nickname, and the game gave him Hawkeyes. So if you don't pick a nickname, I'll just let the game pick one for you, and that's pretty much it. I just need to know your name and what, you know, if you want to be a male or a female. Pretty simple. And then the further options are the next tertiary important requirement. So that's pretty much it. That's all I need from you guys. So if you want to have a character, just, you know, make a comment down below and say, make me a character. And then in the next line, just tell me your name, you know, first, middle, or first, last, nickname. Put your nicknames in quotes too, please, just to make it easy for me. And then if you have a special class that you want to be, or if you have a, you know, or if you want to be a VIP or whatnot. And then that's pretty much it. That's all I request from you guys. So now we're going to go into the character editor. And this is for the people that want to actually create the character themselves. Otherwise, I'm going to just make the character for you. If you want to make your own character, we're going to go through that. The options are generally the same for both male and female. And since this is a 70% male viewership channel so far, we're going to show off the male by majority decision. And we're just going to go through all the options. Now, I'll prioritize these options for everybody so that you kind of get an idea of what I'm looking for right away. And first of all, let's take off his props. He's got a ski mask on. That's not helpful. So important things to me are your primary and secondary colors. So you know, whatever you want those to be, whatever you want your primary and secondary colors to be, that's pretty important because that's what makes you stand out the most. And obviously, if your character's pink, I'm going to know who that is. I'm going to kind of memorize them. Now, I kind of want all the characters to look somewhat unique, somewhat different. So, you know, if everybody just says, oh, make me red, then, you know, that'll kind of suck. So, you know, do whatever you want, but kind of be creative with it. So primary and secondary colors, you can see here how they change. And I'm just going to make them like absurd colors so you can see how they are affected by certain armor pieces. And then your weapon color there. So you can see where they kind of shine, where they stand out. Another really important thing is your attitude. I guess I should have mentioned that. Your attitude's pretty important. So these are the 7 different attitudes. There's by the book, and I believe this changes the way your character speaks. So if you're intense, your character's going to speak intense. If you're, you know, hard luck, you're going to speak kind of like depressed. If you're happy, you know, and that's how they all work. So there's happy-go-lucky, intense, hard luck, twitchy, normal, and then laid back, and then by the book. That's really cool. Voices, that's kind of important, but they're all kind of generic, except for there's like one black voice in here. You know, there's like UK and Australian, French, and Spanish. So those are the options that you have to choose from. So voice is kind of important. Like, I thought there was more than that. Did I miss, like, I thought there was like German. Yeah, there's German in here. So if you want like a German voice, just say so. So those are the important things. The colors, your voice, your attitude, and that sort of thing. And then obviously your race, different colors. It's hard to tell the difference between some of them. These ones don't look very different. But, you know, just tell me what you want. I'll try and make it that way. Eye color, that's pretty prominent. There's a lot of cool choices there. So as you can see them, hopefully I'm not going too fast. You know, if you want, you know, pink eyes, green eyes, just let me know. And then I guess we have to give them hair. So the hair options are generally the same for the female and males. That's probably the one thing I'll go through for the females, because everything else should be the same. So I'll quickly show you the hairs for the guys. Maybe I'll turn his head a bit so you guys can read the names here. I'll just go through them you can pause it if you really want a better look. And then, you know, so if you're like, hey, I want slick back ponytail, just put it in the comments with all the other information. Okay. Viking. Ooh, it's like Ragnar Lothbrok. And then there's Guile. So once you have your hair, obviously you can pick your hair color. So just let me know what you want there. Facial hair, let's just quickly go through that. Cool. Faces, like, I mean, I could go through all the faces, but, you know, like, that's the race in the faces. They don't really, I don't really see much of a difference with them. So I'll just try and give you a good face. Oh, okay, this is like the Asian faces. Okay, so they're a little bit different. And then I guess I can't really tell the difference between A and D. Yeah, I don't know. And then these are the darker skinned races. Yeah. So that's that. We're just gonna show off the female hair. Okay, so you can see most of them are similar to the male hairs. There's a little bit of a difference. And then hair colors, all pretty much the same. So props, just giving you guys a good look at all the props now. So ball cap backwards, bandana, headband. I like this boonie hat, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of cool ones. Beanie, dress hat, recon hood, Shemag scarf, Delta 2, Delta 3, Delta 4, some pretty cool helmets. And we got the hockey mask, floppy Bonnie, the Assassin's Creed hood, and the ski mask. Okay, upper face props. So there's a lot of glasses, aviators, sunglasses, dark sunglasses, hippie glasses, thick framed hippie glasses, monocle, eye patch. Let's take a better look at that eye patch. Ooh. Eyebrow rings, earrings, lip rings, nose rings, nose stud. Okay, so lower face props, we have a cigarette, a cigar, a Xcom bandana, skull bandana, biker bandana, and striped bandana. So you can see these arms again, so you can see how they get affected by the colors. Okay. And then like the legs, this is why I was saying I didn't like the legs as much, because it's either like straight one color or it's like covered up the other color. So these are usually my favorite ones, but you can make them the other ones work. And then for torso, you have 0, 1, 2, and 3. Now this is the coolest one. This is kind of important. It's your armor pattern. You can see how much your character changes with the armor patterns. So just keep a close eye on the character as I go through these. You know what? I feel like we should have picked better pants. Again, I was feeling like those pants didn't work. Oops. Torso. And then, well, let's pick the standard torso. And then arms, we'll pick some standard arms. Now you can see how the armor patterns get affected with the colors, primary and secondary colors. Alien, tundra, hex, arid, blots. So you can see how the primary and secondary colors are affected now. So the primary color here, or the secondary color, is shown as the main color here, because the primary color is yellow. So if you want the happy faces to be pink, you would want that as your secondary color. Primary color. Oh, that's confusing. Zebra, plaid, tiger, hearts, dots, stripes, wild, shamag. Then you can also match that with the weapon pattern, and that's probably what I'll do. They're the exact same. So you can just tell me what you want your pattern to be. If you want it different for the weapon, we can do that. And then face paint, there's not a lot of options. There's like this blue stuff, the black eyes, and then the sharpshooter green, kind of like camo, and then a skull. Then there are some arm tattoos. So if you want your arm showing, just say like, you know, show the guns, slap some tattoos on there. So I'll just show you these real quick. We're gonna make the color like somewhat bright, I guess. So left arm. So there's a chrysalid killer, berserk hunter, snake, sliced sectoid, Xcom sleeve, electric alien, barcode, death sleeve, earth sleeve, ace in the hole, shadow wolf. There's some scars: half burn, cheek burn, eye burn, face burn, temple slash. Damn it. Oh, temple slash. Eye and cheek slash. Cheek slash. Maximum scars. Brow stitch. Kind of cool. Brow right. Lip. Maximum stitches. So if you, yeah, there's all the scarred stuff. And are we missing anything? I think that's pretty much it, guys. So I think the main thing is, like, if there's a certain pattern that stands out to you, like you want hearts, and you know, what kind of like head props. These ones seem pretty important. They look pretty badass. Some pretty cool choices in here. So that's really going to define the silhouette of your character, and then some of your arms. But I'll help your character along. So I mean, if you really want to pick out like every single of these options, just like say helmet, blah, comma, arms, blah, legs, blah, like legs 1, torso 2, arms 3, armor pattern hearts, weapon pattern classic, face paint, you know, arid, and just list them off like that with commas in between or slashes, whatever you want, and I'll figure it out. And so the most important things are your primary, secondary colors, your character's first, last, and nickname, your attitude, and then, you know, if you want to be a certain class that's picked up on a mission, or if you just want to get into the game as easily as possible with the best chance, being a rookie and a soldier is your best way to do that. Or if you just want to participate in being captured, saved, or whatnot like that, then you might want to just go with the VIP or dark VIP. That's pretty much it, guys. That's everything for the character creator. So put your character request down in the comments below. Make sure you are subscribed, and I will take a look at it all. I will create your character, and I will throw them into this list. And I will probably do an update video before I start the hardest difficulty. And I will also, well, hopefully most of these characters will get put into my current playthrough. So if you post your request right now, you might actually get into my current series. So that's kind of cool. So we're going to build up this roster as big as we can before we start on the hardest difficulty. So that's kind of my way of getting everyone to participate, have more of my subscribers play in the game with me, to build more of an emotional connection between you and me. and I think it's going to be fun. It's going to make the hardest difficulty a lot more enjoyable. It's really creative. I like having these characters that, you know, when I create my own characters like I did in XCOM 1, I just start making like all my favorite people, where I start copying main people, and I think this is a lot more fun. It's your creation, it's your idea, and like I would have never created this Billy the Kid character, and he's actually come to be one of my favorite characters. I like the way he looks, I like everything about him, and this isn't my creation. I would have never thought of it, and I'm actually really happy to have him on the team. You know, I would have made all guys looking like this. Everyone would have had a unique look or a certain style to them. And you know, as cool as that is, I kind of end up liking your guys' creations a lot better. So have some fun with that. Take a look at all those options in the video. Try and combine them in your head, I guess, as best as possible. Or, you know, pick your favorite one and just list them all off with slashes or commas. But just make sure you hit the main details of your first name, last name, your nickname, and then your character's personality. And that kind of thing. So just list off the most important things that are important to you, and then I'll create your character, put them in the roster, and I'll probably do an update video once we get to like 20-30 characters, and I'll just show them all off. It'll be fun. So hopefully we get a lot of people participating. Hopefully it's not just a dead comments. So hopefully it was a good idea. So please participate, you know, because even if you're not interested in the game, by participating, it's going to make things interesting. So just feel free to throw your character in there and participate. Everybody is welcome. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Jonny FiveAlive, and I will see you on the battlefield. We're back. So there's lots of stuff I want to go over in this video. I wrote down a bunch of notes in preparation, and yeah, so first of all, I just want to mention that I'm going to have 2 special videos, possibly a 3rd, coming up after this as a thank you to you guys, to give back to those who have been watching, viewing, and subscribing. I have some shout outs to give out, and then